How's it going, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Demo Gameplays, I guess. And in today's episode, we're playing Sonic the Hedgehog Project 06. It's a fan-made remake available on PC. You can download it right now and play it yourself of Sonic 06. Believe it or not, I actually do have a story with Sonic 06. It's not just a game I know that sucks. It's a game I have spent quite a lot of time in and played quite a lot of it. So it's kind of a funny story, but as a kid, when I had my PS1 and my PS2, I was really mainly my favorite game genres were always 3D platformers. And then when I got my PS3, I noticed that there's not as many 3D platformers coming out for it anymore. It's all about first-person shooters, greedy action games. And I was like, what fucking platforming series could I get into now? Because Crash Bandicoot is kind of dead and probably ain't gonna come back ever, which is a bummer. And I didn't have my PS2 anymore, so I couldn't even play my favorite Crash Bandicoot games anymore. And I only had Little Big Planet, which isn't exactly a 3D platformer, so it didn't scratch that need that I had. So I was like, maybe now I'll get into Sonic the Hedgehog. I did play Sonic games in the past, so no, Sonic 06 isn't the first Sonic I ever played. But yeah, I decided that I want to get into the Sonic series, so I looked up what Sonic games are available on PS3, and I should have really gotten Sonic Unleashed, because I decided that before Unleashed, I'm gonna get Sonic 06. And I believe I asked my aunt to buy me Sonic 06 for my birthday, and she did. And you know what? I fucking liked the game as a kid. I didn't really see it as a pile of garbage. I was kind of enjoying it. I don't know. So honestly, I don't have any like strong feelings about this game, about fucking hating it or anything like that. I kind of like it. And this fan-made remake actually makes the game really fucking fun and good, believe it or not. But I really should have lowered the settings for this recording because the game kind of lags a little bit. And the weather outside is fucking abysmal. It's cold, it's raining. It really is fall time today. Autistic. What the fuck did they told me that? It's Wave Ocean from Sonic 06. Except, you know what's fucking funny about this? Like, the game definitely plays better, but it's like I can't quite put my finger on why it plays better. To me, it feels like, wait, wasn't this always what the game was like? I don't know, honestly. I would have to have like a one-to-one comparison. So basically, from what we have now, we can play through a bunch of Sonic levels. I mean, we can play through a bunch of levels in this game in general. We can play as Shadow and Silver. We can play as pretty much... Well, we can't play as Knuckles. That kind of sucks. We can play as Omega. And Silver didn't really have a third character, unfortunately. No, wait, he had Amy. Yeah, that was fucking weird. Yeah, so you can't play through the story just yet, but pretty much like a lot of the levels have been redone already. So I'm super looking forward to the developer of this remaking the main story, you know, where you can actually experience the hub world, do these like annoying ass side missions. Also, I guess this game isn't as glitchy and the loading screens aren't taking ages to load like in the original version. And you know what's interesting? This game is called Sonic 06, but the PS3 version I played actually came out in 2007. So would that version of the game be called Sonic 07? I don't know, but you know what's also hilarious? This game is called Sonic the Hedgehog. It was like a pseudo reboot of the entire series. It was also basically the closest thing we ever got to Sonic Adventure 3. But yeah, this game was basically like a pseudo reboot. Because I don't even know if it was a reboot, I guess so, but like, there's nothing outright stated about this being a reboot. It just simply called Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, but everybody come to call this Sonic 06 to the point where I don't even think many people realize that this game isn't called Sonic 06, it's just called Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, this project is called Project O6 because it's like. So I never fucking understood this as a kid, or even nowadays. Why is Sonic holding on to an orca, and why did we need it to close the gate? Like, if we didn't close the gate, Sonic would have gone the same place as he did, because that's where the orca was going anyway. So he could have just let go of the orca at any fucking point. I don't fucking get it, if I'm being honest. Just a stupid excuse to get to play as Tails for a little bit. Yeah, I fucking love this game, honestly. I think it's super fun. And another game that I've been meaning to make a video on, but decided otherwise, was Sonic uh, Unleashed. What's it called? Sonic? Oh, Jesus Christ. This is really chugging. Hold on, I have the game somewhere. It's called Sonic Unleashed Recompiled. That's a strange fucking name, but Sonic Unleashed Recompiled or whatever. And it's basically the Xbox 360 version of Sonic 06. I believe the definitive version of that game. Ported onto PC. But you know what's cool? That game is actually fully playable. You can play through the entirety of Sonic Unleashed on PC. So this is why I didn't record a demo gameplay, because it's no longer a demo, it's just straight up this entire game. So maybe in the future, I do plan on making Sonic Let's Plays in the future, but you know, once I get around to it, I'll start with Sonic 1, 2, 3, do all the 2D Sonic games first, then I'll move on to like Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2. I actually have Sonic Adventure recorded. I recorded it years ago, using the PC version, which I believe is like a port of the PS3 version or some shit. Funny thing about it though is that I tried recording a Let's Play of Sonic Adventure using the PlayStation Now on your computer, which is a service no longer even available, and it worked so fucking abysmally bad, but still I played through the entire fucking game with it barely fucking working. Yeah, if there's anything good about even the original Sonic 06, it's fucking music, it's awesome. Makes you feel really bad that the music designer for the game certainly didn't fucking half-assed his job, yet the game still has a fucking awful reputation because everyone else half-assed their job. Like, people are saying like, oh, Sega rushed the game to come out on Christmas. Do you think this game would have been good if it wasn't rushed? I think it would have been mildly better, but probably not good. Yeah, but it seems like Sonic is finally in some good hands now. I've heard that, you know... I've heard that apparently... like, Sonic team had a major... You know, just like a bunch of, like, changing the developers, so that it's a bunch of different people. And I guess it worked out for the better, because the recent Sonic game, Sonic Frontiers, is actually really good. Well, maybe not really good, but it's good. And yeah, now Sonic Cross World's coming out. I don't have the money to buy that game though, so that kind of sucks. Just how fucking broke I am recently. White Acropolis, best ring, one ring. Gets fucking sick ass score on that. I don't know. Yeah, the shadow stage is when I realized that maybe I should have lowered the resolution of this game, because it's kind of chugging every time there's like some bullshit that pops up on the screen. Also, I love playing as Shadow, because he has that stun beam ability, and if you do it midair, you can actually do another homing attack right after it. And you can like target multiple characters, which I don't think, I mean multiple enemies, which I don't think that was a thing in the original, so I don't know what the fuck happened here. See, the game certainly looks really good, but I should have ran it at a lower resolution, because I kept fucking getting myself killed. I don't even know what happened here when I died. Turns out right behind that robot was a big gap that I didn't fucking notice, because I just kept going forward. Who's your favorite Sonic characters, guys? Mine is Silver, who debuted in this game. And fuck yeah, I love playing as Silver in this remake. It's actually way better than the original because he has an ability to stun enemies by just shooting beams at them, which you can use the enemies as projectile to kill more enemies, which is fucking awesome. And another thing about that is that yeah, they added like new moves for characters. For example, Sonic. I think Sonic moves are about the same actually, but like Shadow can do the whole lightning thing that he shoots while he's in the air. But now it auto aims onto enemies and it also targets multiple enemies, which is way more useful. And once they're stunned, you can just like fuck them up. See, like look at this. I stunned everybody. Start doing spin attacks. Fuck them all up. So I have a complaint. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong, but like a lot of the time when I'm doing a spin attack like this, I still end up getting hurt. I'm not sure like why. Like you'd think when you're doing an attack where you spin around, anybody who gets close to you would have died instead of hitting you, but that's like if you play Crash Bandicoot and you spin and walk into an enemy. Who dies? You or the enemy? The enemy, because you're spinning around like crazy. And we get to play as Rouge the Baps. Rouge the big tits. In this game she still has big tits, because in the recent games they kinda, they didn't really removed her tits or anything, but made her outfit a lot less hot as all fuck. Listen, I'm not into Sonic characters, but I don't know. You ever seen like cosplays of Rouge? Damn, I like that outfit she's got. Pretty hot. Even Amy's outfit kind of looks super hot when you see people cosplay. I mean, see girls cosplay. Should have specified. Yeah, Rouge has an ability to like do kicks, and she can like do a dive kick. See these abilities, she can like kick. I'm pretty sure that wasn't in the original. She only had those stupid fucking bombs. Same with Tails. Tails has like a really cool attack now that he absolutely didn't have in the original. I'm pretty damn sure. I'm not just sure. I'm damn sure that Tails didn't have an attack like that. I performed it once, but. Yeah, it was a way better alternative to just dropping these stupid fucking ring containers that they decided for some reason that Tails' ability should be throwing fake rings. I have no idea who the fuck thought that was a great idea. Donald Trump. It's a request from the president. Vladimir Putin. I'm a secret KGB triple agent. Shadow's like Ocelot, but for Sonic. Shadow the Ocelot. You guys got a Sonic OC? I don't, but you know my sister has a Sonic OC. And I think her OC is my like favorite Sonic OC I ever seen. Because all it is just a black cat with superpowers who calls himself Super Cat. Like his name is Rocky. And I really like his design that she made. It's like just a normal looking black cat with a yellow jacket and black shoes. And you know what? Sonic Frontiers might have not been a very good Sonic game, not a complete pile of shit, but you know, not that great anyway. But my sister certainly really fucking liked it, because she spent a lot of time, you know, customizing her character and keep replaying levels, getting higher scores in them. So certainly that game has an appeal. My sister really liked it. That's how she came up with that Sonic OC I just talked about, called Super Cat. Yeah, there's fucking cars in this game. I believe some levels have motorcycles. Kind of like in Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh yeah, we had Shadow the Hedgehog. That's a game I want to play too. There's a PS2 version of it. Sonic Heroes is another game I want to play, but I heard the PS2 version like really sucks. But I also have the PC version. I'm not sure if that one sucks or not. And Shadow segments in Sonic 06 are kind of like Shadow the Hedgehog too, except he can't pick up guns. That'd be fucking awesome though. But you have cars you can enter, and motorcycles, and there's a hang glider later in the game. I think there's a boat that's two. I'm not sure. Can't quite remember if there's a boat. But I think Shadow plays the coolest out of everybody. Silver also plays good, but Silver is like slower, obviously. He's the slowest out of everybody, and he's got psychokinesis. They know what's cool? They actually made him faster in this game by just simply making him fly. Like when you walk, like run, after like, I don't know, 2 seconds of running, he just starts flying, and that makes him a lot faster than he ever been. And his psychokinesis is a lot fucking cooler. He's got some new moves that allow him to stun enemies and just attack them without having to pick up shit around him. I just love his character. I love Silver. And also you can play as Blaze, and she kind of breaks up the game. She's actually really cool because when you play as Silver, he's the slowest, but when you get to control Blaze every now and then, she basically plays like Sonic. So you can go back into the really fast gameplay every now and then. In case you really don't like Silver's gameplay or something. Which I like. And also, I really didn't notice any differences between the retail and the E3 demos or whatever. I don't even see the differences between spin effects. I would have to have them like displayed right in front of me. I wish there was like, I don't know, some visual, maybe a picture attached to see what I'm actually changing, because I don't fucking know. I don't really see a difference. Silver doesn't have spin attacks, so how can I tell whether he has a new... Like, did I really change the spin effects? I can't tell because Silver doesn't fucking do spin attacks. Ah, Jesus. Anyway, what was I fucking talking about? I also made some Rayman demo gameplays yesterday and the day before that. I recorded Rayman 3, Havoc Reignited, which unfortunately is more like a test demo rather than a demo of a game that they are going to make. They're not going to continue making it, so it's just the first level. But the Rayman 2 Redreamed, apparently the team does plan to remake all of Rayman 2. See? Man, this level definitely fucking lagged the most out of all of them, so I really should have made the settings a little bit lower. I like how to use psychokinesis to make the bar go lower. You have to hold the trigger, so then as soon as you hold the trigger and it jumps back into place, the bar flies forward and kind of flings Silver. I can just fuck around and make enemies my bitches in this game. Grab them, throw them around. Also, it seems like Silver had some kind of a resurgence recently, and a lot of people have been talking about it. I'm not sure why. I don't really follow that closely with the Sonic community. I follow Sonic games, but not the community. So I have no idea why Silver had a resurgence. But I've seen a lot of videos about Silver on YouTube, and I've been meaning to watch them because he's my favorite, but I don't know. People are saying how Sega should finally make a Silver game, but like, I always thought about that. Like, what kind of a game would Silver the Hedgehog's spin-off be? You know what I think they should do? Absolutely. They should bring him back as like a more important main story character in either Sonic Frontiers 2. They should definitely bring back Shadow and Silver. Not as playable characters necessarily, but like more important to the story. I think that'd be awesome. Because like in Sonic Prime is all about Sonic going between different dimensions, but like the first dimension is implied to be the future of the dimension Sonic is from. So how the fuck do we have a Sonic time traveling plot and there's no Silver involved? Instead you have Shadow in Season 2, but like, I'll be honest with you, Sonic Prime wasn't very good. I don't know what the fuck I expected the show to be, but it's just a simple kids show. Like, I'm sorry that I've expected a little bit more of a complicated plot and more lore development be done in Sonic Prime, but yeah, it's like a standalone thing. Sonic has a new voice actor only for that show, and yeah, pretty much he just simply, it's like a very basic kids show. You know, I figured like, okay, Sonic appeals to kids, that's true, but I was kind of hoping that there will be like a bit more of a plot for like an adult to enjoy. But nah, it was extremely basic. To the point where it was fucking stupid at some points. Do I regret watching it? Not necessarily, but like, I'm definitely not gonna rewatch it ever. Like, I don't think I'm gonna gain anything out of watching it again. See, so they added an ability for Silver to shoot projectiles, and when he does, shoots enemies with them. Instead of killing them, he stuns them, which allows you to grab him and throw him around. Throw him around for a while. That's fucking awesome. And I keep fucking around and failing, Jesus. Not to mention the game is really laggy. You know what sucks? I have Sonic Generations and Adventure 2 on my Steam Deck, but I can't fucking turn them on my Steam Deck because every time I do, the game asks me for my controller setting before the game turns on. And once the game, like on PC, what happens is that you turn on Sonic Generations, the game asks you what type of controller settings do you want to use? Do you want to play with a keyboard or the controller? And once you save and quit, the game resets itself, except this time it actually plays like it should. But with the the controller of your choice. But on Steam Deck, when it turns off, it doesn't reset. It's just you can't fucking turn on Sonic Generations on the Steam Deck because it doesn't fucking reset it like properly like it does on the normal Steam on your computer. And look, we get to play as Blaze. An interesting thing about it that kind of threw me off is that to do her version of the homing attack, you have to press square while you're in the air. You don't just simply repeat the jump. You have to press square. Also, you know what's hilarious? Those sound effects that the enemies are making when you defeat them are the same sound effects that the Ratsticles are making in Sonic and Crash Mind Over Mutants. So clearly there must be some kind of a sound bank for a bunch of monster sounds, and both the developers must have used it. Also, it's crazy to me that Crash Mind Over Mutants never came out for PS3, even though it came out when the PS3 was already out. It came out on Xbox 360, yet no PS3 for some fucked up reason. And the Xbox 360 version, I suppose it's better, but I never played that one. It's kind of a game I always wanted to play, even though I don't really like Crash Mind Over Mutants all that much, but I've always wanted to play the Xbox 360 version of Mind Over Mutants. Only because apparently that's the only version of the game that lets you play as Coco for the entire game. I don't know why the PS2 versions let you do that. You can play as Carbon Crash instead, which is just a reskin of Crash. But yeah, in the Xbox version you can play as Coco. And that's the only thing I want to do. I want to play through the game that I'm already familiar with, but as a different character. Because I never got to do that. Silver's back! Fucking love Silver's design. He's so cool. Somehow, even though you'd think he wouldn't be cool with a big fucking marijuana leaf on his head, but he is. Somehow he pulls that off. And he's basically Trunks, and Trunks must be my favorite Dragon Ball character too, so it's like... Yeah, no wonder that Silver's my favorite. You can even pull the worms out of the ground. So apparently Silver is an important character in the IDW Sonic comics, which I never read because I have no way of reading them, unfortunately. Unless I buy them online, I've seen they're available on the Google Play Store. And they're pretty cheap. Maybe I'll buy them, maybe not. But basically, like I said, the game is, yeah, the silver is important in the comics. That's what I've been meaning to say, and not whatever else I was about to say. Videos coming to an end. I was going to record more videos today, but I got some other stuff to take care of, so maybe I'll do that instead. The plan for a job and what they want me to do is record a video, be like a short video of me introducing myself. And now but to do that I gotta fucking shave myself and fucking look like a human being and not a homeless man. Implying homeless people aren't human beings. Jesus Christ. That's not what I meant. Bad choice of words. Shame we didn't get to fight Iblis. Oh, the music is different. That's what I like, that they have like new UI for the game. Each character has a unique UI with different colors. And just like small little touches. Small little tweaks to animations. And I fucking love it. And I wish that this project is gonna continue, so one day you can actually play through the main story of Sonic 06 with the game actually being good. Cause that's awesome. Yeah, I guess I've gotta finish now. See, I didn't even play it in like fucking full HD. It was like pseudo HD. Yet the game still lagged. Maybe the refresh rate was too high. Actually, no, I think it was the lowest it can be. Anyway, see you fellas in the next episode. Bye.